Hey house guests, it's that time of year again.
It's hotter than hell.
It is so hot. We are melting right now. I didn't even put on any makeup because I was like, what's the point?
I just hope I don't smell like a pig.
You're fine.
All right.
We need some of that synchronized swimming makeup that will stay on. Waterproof.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's time to talk about Big Brother 26 because we are just 2 days away from the premiere.
Oh, my Lanta. Do we have
Not
a lot
oh
to
my
talk
Lanta
about?
We do have a lot to discuss before we even get into this cast. But first things first, like I said, it starts on Wednesday. It's a 2-night premiere. Yes, the 17th. 2-night premiere. So the first night, 8 house guests will be moving in. I'm assuming everybody's moving in on the same night. Like, I think they're moving in tomorrow.
Are they?
I think so.
Okay.
But we're only going to see the first 8 move in on Wednesday night. And then we're going to see the second 8 move in on Thursday night.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I don't really care.
I like seeing everyone move in on the first night, so I'm not, like, thrilled about it.
I don't mind. I feel like they've done this before. They've broken up the...
Not over multiple nights, though,
Yeah, I thought they did.
I didn't think they did.
I thought one season they had, like, the first 8 move in, and then the next day the second 8 moved in.
They do that for Drag Race sometimes, and I don't have a problem with that, but that's also Drag Race, so...
I don't know. I think this show's got bigger problems than splitting the cast.
Well, on a brighter note, the house looks amazing. We're going to be talking about that more tomorrow. But
because there's just too much to talk about tonight before we get to the other stuff.
With the 2-night premiere this week, it looks like live feeds are supposed to be starting on Thursday night after the the Thursday episode airs.
Yeah.
However, we've got some issues with what's going on here because
I think
hey, Lamb.
Big Brother US is getting Canada'd.
It's going down a path that I am not feeling great about.
No. I don't understand how they can do this.
So it's looking like they are taking away the flashback and archive features of the live feeds, which is a huge problem on many levels.
It's like taking us back to the 60s, to the 70s, like before we had DVRs or even VCRs. If it's live broadcast TV and you missed it, it's like it didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
Literally.
Most people are not able to just sit in front of the computer and watch 24 hours. Nobody can watch 24 hours.
Including us.
Nobody can watch 24 hours a day.
No.
You need to sleep. You will die if you do not sleep.
Right.
So, the fact that you're not able to flash back and see things that you missed, it's a problem as far as the show goes because it's going to lead to inaccurate storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're not going to be able to go back and confirm if things really happened or not, what the tone of certain conversations was, if somebody said something bad, you know what I mean? So, like...
Oh, well, we don't have it.
If you think about what happened with Taylor on her season and how everyone was ganging up on her, but we could see on the live feeds what was actually happening and that they were, like I said, all ganging up on her.
Right.
We're not going to get the full story like we did that season because on the show, you would not know what was really going on because they tell a different story.
Right.
So the fact that we would not be able to go back and confirm things is really messed up. Also, from a live feed updater point of view, they are making it essentially impossible for us to continue what we've been doing since season 8, covering the live feeds every day. So
I know. I feel like we got fired today.
I know. I'm a little bit nervous about that because
I don't understand how we can continue forward.
Yeah,
with the live updates.
If this is in fact what's happening and they're taking away the flashback, I don't think we're going to be able to continue covering the live feeds.
Which is really sad because, I mean, we've devoted, what, like 16, 17 years to this?
Yeah, like I said, we started covering the live feeds during season 8. We've been watching since season 1, but it would be very upsetting if we're not able to continue doing this because we do genuinely enjoy it. We love connecting with you guys over it. And if I'm being honest, like...
I love the show, but now I feel like I don't know the show.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, like, it is also financially important for us.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge bummer if we're not able to do this anymore. Would we walk away from the show completely? No.
No.
We're still trying to figure out what would be the case.
Yeah, what capacity we would be doing the show, because we've got to have other financial support.
Streams of income.
Yeah.
I am hoping that this is all just like a misunderstanding, or maybe they'll see how much it means to the fans to have the flashback ability. Maybe they'll reverse their decision, but we don't know what's going on right now. It's all very up in the air, but we would love to hear from you guys what you think about the situation, what your thoughts are and everything. And
I mean, it's bad for the show in a way, because
it is bad for the show.
No, I mean, it's bad because they're relying on what people have heard once to report to other people who haven't heard it at all. And you know what happens when you play telephone.
There's just going to be so much misinformation.
Things get misconstrued, and then people get crazy, and then they have to be like, no, stop. You know, they're causing more problems than they think they're solving by taking away the archives. So.
My guess is that the reason they would want to take this away is because they want to avoid, like, things ending up on TMZ, or people, you know, screen grabbing something that somebody said that was, like, not okay, and then that spreads everywhere, and then they have a problem because they have to address it, so they're trying to avoid that. I'm assuming that's a big part of why this would be happening.
I have a feeling that it's not really solving the problem, because I think there's probably still going to be people out there screen capping and
just setting up giant servers to
yeah,
capture everything.
Maybe not reporting on, like, full days, but at least, like, oh, I saw this happen, or, oh, you know, here it is.
Yeah. So, we don't know what the future of this season looks like. We're going to keep going like we normally would right now and just hope for the best, but
it might end badly.
It might end badly. So,
I mean, it's out of our hands.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it. It's not anything that we did. It's a decision that the show made.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of go with the flow right now and see what happens. So if you are also outraged about the situation, make sure you reach out to Paramount Plus.
Right, let them know.
They need to know that this is not okay.
Maybe they'll change their minds. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Stranger Things, Season 5. I just saw that they're like halfway through filming, so I'm very excited about that. But anyway,
oh, Vecna, where's your Starbucks?
I know. Let's talk about this cast. So, right off the bat, also, we were having a rough day today because it was very difficult to find all of the cast interviews and such. There have not been any written bios that we've seen other than, okay, they're from this city, this is their occupation, this is how old they are.
I don't understand who's doing the website at Big Brother, because
why is there no cast information on the actual CBS website?
Since season 1, we've had, like, cast bios and little interviews and all, and this was the first year where we clicked on the thing and it's like there's 3 lines about each.
I couldn't find a tab for the cast anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't even on the CBS website.
That wasn't on the CBS website. They had a 2-minute video that didn't even have...
1 minute.
A 1 minute. That didn't even have all of the cast represented in there. So, like...
I don't know what's going on.
Is Julie in the house?
I don't know. But luckily we were able to, you know, find the information from other media outlets. We do not have all of the information yet. Unfortunately, we were not able to watch everybody's cast videos. So we're going to talk about the first half of the cast today, and then we'll talk about the second half tomorrow.
What was the point of them giving the interviews to the media outlets if the media outlets aren't distributing it?
Well, as far as I know, everybody got the same videos.
No, that's what I'm saying, like, but we couldn't find any of them.
I know. I think it's just, like, taking time to upload all of them, and, like, couldn't they have uploaded stuff?
They always had
like,
this
timer
at the release.
I know! It's
every
just driving me crazy.
Year. Is BB in the death throes?
I don't know.
My God.
But also, Tiffany and Derek's podcast leaked the cast a few hours early. Oh my God. What is going on?
I evoke to evict.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the first date. The good news is it's an all-new cast so far. Again, there will be a 17th player.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, we didn't even say yet. We didn't say what's happening. So, apparently, also, once everybody's in there, the house guests will get to vote on who will be joining them as the 17th.
Amongst 2 people.
I think it's amongst 2 people. But we don't know if it's a former player. We don't know if it's somebody from another show. We don't know if it's just more newbies. We don't know what the deal is with that.
Is it a celebrity?
I don't know.
Probably not, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so. All right, so we're going to have a video tomorrow about our reaction to the house.
And the second half of the house guests. So.
Right, we're only doing the first 8 alphabetically by the first name today.
Okay.
Today. All right, so right off the bat, we start off with an old.
Don't say an old.
She's 50. I think that's considered old.
It's old in Big Brother terms, but not in life.
I mean, it's the other side of the hill. Best case scenario.
Just to be clear, she's turning 60 in January.
I'm 59.
So she's not like hating on older people.
I'm just stating facts. She's old.
In Big Brother time.
And in life. Angela Murray. She was originally from California. I feel like I'm on, like, she's originally from California, now living in Utah.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent, and she lives in Delulu.
You know who was real estate agent last season?
Who?
Felicia!
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Felicia come back. Can we vote her in?
Can one of the 2 people being voted in be Felicia?
That'd be amazing. I'd be okay with her coming back. I usually am against, like, one returning player, but, like, if it's Felicia...
I'm all right.
Let's get it.
All right, so they had the same questions for everybody, although they didn't show the same. Not everybody got all of the questions.
We had to piece a lot of stuff together here.
It was a lot, guys. Sorry if this is a mess. Why do you want to win? She's a people person.
Also, I feel like a lot of the questions were a bit repetitive and, like,
yeah,
didn't really get us anywhere.
The answers didn't get you anywhere.
A lot of times the answers did not match the questions.
The questions were, like, very similar in nature, like, what's on your bucket list and what are you looking forward to? I mean, they might have been the same thing, or they, it's like, couldn't they come up with better questions? Because, like, Jeff didn't write these, did he?
Would you rather win and be hated by America, or
I'd rather have Jeff's questions now.
Oh, okay. Maybe his questions were not Jeff. Yeah, so she's really pushing. She's a people person. She feels like she can really read people.
I feel like this lady is a mom. She's older. She's confident in herself. Mm-hmm. But she's underestimating these youngsters. And by youngsters, I mean 20s and 30s.
I really hope that they're not just going to, like, leave her out of everything, because we've seen that so many times. How long is it going to take for everyone to start calling her Mama Angela?
She seems to me like the mom on Mean Girls that, like, wants to...
I'm a cool mom. She literally said in her thing, like, I'm a cool mom.
Yeah. I'm getting that vibe, like, I had a sucky childhood. I didn't go to the parties. I didn't go to the sleepovers. I missed out. I didn't go to college. So I feel like this is, like, her chance to be like, hey, hang out with me. I'm cool, but I'm not. But I feel bad for her.
She seems like a very nice lady.
She does seem like a nice lady, but I feel like they're going to eat her alive.
Some of her expectations might be a bit high.
Lofty? A little lofty?
Well, she was talking about how she wants to really get out there and, like, be good at the comps. She thinks she's going to be winning a few HOHs.
A few HOHs.
At least a few.
And then she said, and I have a big mouth, to which I said, bye.
I would love to see her do well. I'm just nervous for her.
Clean up your room, you pigs. All right. What legacy do you want to leave on Big Brother? Well, she's a 50-year-old woman, for crying out loud. She wants to win. She wants to be the first old to win.
I'm calling her an old. It would be great to see an older person win, because it's so rare on these types of shows, right? We've gotten close a few times, but hasn't really happened.
Why'd you want to go on the show?
Well,
because I'm good at this.
I mean, I will say, she has applied multiple times, so like, this means a lot to her. And I feel like she was getting really emotional during her interview, which just shows me how much she, like, cares about it.
Yeah, she said she would make the comps easier for her kids, and they would play them at home, and...
This is her chance now to play.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people underestimate going in how hard these competitions are going to be.
You're going up against some young bucks. Even on my best day, I don't know if I could win against other olds. But, like, a lot of these comps are physical and I don't see her lasting on the endurance. I don't know. I mean, my mind's, there's too much info in my mind right now, too, and it's overflowing. I can't imagine that she's going to be quicker than these other kids. I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday. How is she going to remember a whole season?
I don't know. But it seems like she also really wants to push that social game. She was talking about how she wants to stay up late and, like, connect with all the other house guests. So, again, I would love to see it. Let's
see it. Let's put her money where her mouth is.
One of the questions was, like, who would you model your game after? Like, what former player?
Why'd she say Cody?
Cody.
Oh, anybody but Cody.
I saw a lot of people joking online that she's, like, Nicole Franzel's mom. So the fact that she was saying Cody just made me laugh. But
there's somebody
she does look
else
like she could be Nicole's mom
on the cast that could be the Derek to her Cody. So we'll get there, though.
Oh.
Imagine those two. All right, so she's looking forward. Like I said before, she missed out on all this stuff. So what does this one say? Oh my God, it's Habibi Rumspringa.
I mean, kind of.
Right? It's genius.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yes. I gave you credit. I didn't steal it. All right, are you going to backstab? And she's like, I'm not going to blatantly backstab, but I'm going to be a manipulating bitch, and I am going to use somebody else to do my dirty work for me.
Her big plan was, if she gets important info, she is going to then, instead of, like, releasing it herself, she's going to take it to somebody else.
Like Jeff at Tribal?
Yeah, she's going to take it to somebody else who she knows has a big mouth and will spread that information.
Right.
But, like, don't you think that's going to come back to you as well?
Of course.
But I don't know. That's her plan. We'll see.
All right. And her manipulation will be gone out by doing her countless years of wisdom.
What?
Told you. Brain's not working.
It's very hot in here.
It's very hot.
I don't know.
She's going to count on her years of wisdom to be able to manipulate people.
I would love to see Angela do well, but being realistic, I think she's going to really need to lean into the social aspect of the game and maybe not rely so much on potentially winning competitions.
I don't foresee her winning any competitions.
She could win mental competitions. She could win certain, like, balance things. I don't know, but she could win competitions. If they're doing competitions that are more like the ones in the reindeer games,
yes,
that anyone, which I think they should do, but that anyone would have a chance to win, then I think she's got a great shot. But historically, these competitions have not favored older women specifically.
Right.
So,
or men.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, is Big Brother at least, they screwed us on the feed, so are they at least going to make the competitions more accessible for everybody, or are they going to continue to die?
I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about our next house guest.
All right, we got a 34-year-old lady. She's not just some lady, she's a mother.
Yes.
She's Brooklyn
Rivera.
But she's
from
not
Georgia.
from Brooklyn.
No, she's from Georgia, but now she's in Dallas.
Oh, how nice. And she is a business administrator. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat. Apparently, she's, like, friends with Aaron from season 15.
Oh, good friends.
Which I'm surprised that they would cast her, because they freaking treat Big Brother 15 like it didn't even happen.
Like it didn't happen, yeah.
It's like a diseased season or something.
I bet they wish they didn't have the feeds for that season.
Yeah, right. But, yeah, I was a little bit surprised, but I think she also might know Taylor through pageants.
Maybe.
I don't know if she knows her, if she just follows her on social media, or what.
Shh, it's a secret.
And we'll get there.
All right, well, why do you want to win? Because I'm resilient and stubborn. She must have said 5 million times she is a mother. She's
a married
mother.
Married mother. Which she said she has 3 kids, right?
Yeah, she's got 3 kids. What's her strategy? She's going to use her conversation, and I can tell you right now, she is grating.
Well... She said, I'm not just a girl's girl. I'm a people's people. Not a people's people! I don't want to be like all negative, but I can't.
See? How do you think I feel now? I'm always the negative one, and now you have no choice.
Can we get the second batch?
I know. What mark do you want to leave on the game? I want to be the first married mother to win.
Again, that would be amazing. I would love to see it.
Mother got rid of him in 15 minutes.
But she kept saying it like 500 times in a span of like 6 minutes.
Why do you want to go on the show? And then she said, well, I saw other people like suck. She didn't say suck, but this is sum and substance. Other people couldn't get it done, and I want to be the married mother to win this show. Why not put a mother on?
I mean, she's got a point though. Like, mothers can get things done.
They can get things done, but like, I don't want my whole...
you don't want that to be your whole entire identity.
Exactly.
Like, you're a person outside of
I'm
that.
a person besides being a mother.
Yeah. Which is what I was saying before. That's my issue with people being like, oh, this is Mama Angela. Like, the older woman always has to be like Mama, and then they're... Like, I don't like that. Just let them be who they are.
Exactly. All right. So then, what's on your bucket list? Of course, slop, win the first HOH, conquer the world, you know. Mm-hmm. What are you looking forward to doing?
Now, this was interesting.
Yeah.
Because part of her strategy as well is to basically be a matchmaker.
Be in a throuple.
She wants to basically push some people into showmance and then use them like as a shield.
Not even work with them. Use them. And get rid of them. That's cold.
I mean, it is kind of like a valid strategy.
Cold killer.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
She's a stone cold killer. What former player do you like model yourself after?
This was a soul killer.
Not Taylor Hale. Taylor Halls.
Not Taylor Halls.
Taylor Halls.
No.
Guess she was memorable. All right, so, and what's your secret? Oh, I'm a Page girl.
Yeah, she said she is a former Mrs. America. What?
That's like not as good as Miss America.
Maybe not as elite. I don't know. I'm not plugged into the pageant world.
We used to watch that show.
We used to watch, I know. But I'm not plugged in anymore, so I don't know.
That's like...
She's a married mom, stop.
But now she's a coach.
Right, she's a pageant coach. I'm assuming that she knows Taylor through pageants.
But she didn't even know her name.
But like, oh, girl, you messed up her name.
That's like everything. All right.
But she's not going to let on to anybody that she is.
She said
in the pageant
she's
world.
Just below a super fan. So I think what she means is she never really watches the feeds.
But she watches the show.
Right.
Okay.
So what's if they don't have feed archives and stuff now? What is a super fan going to be?
I don't know. Basically, the way this goes, if you watch the show, you're considered a super fan, like, when you're cast on this show. And
Pretty
if you
much.
Watch the live feeds and you make it onto the show, you're just
a
a
mega
freak.
fan. Yeah.
That's how they look at you. If you make it onto the show watching the feeds,
like
you're just a freak.
Obsessive. All right, so what intimidates you, or who intimidates you? No one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And why should people watch you?
She says she's entertaining. She's a social butterfly.
I think she's a legend in her own mind. What do you think?
I don't know.
What?
I'm holding my judgment fully on everybody until we see them in the house, because you never know how they're really
Well, I mean, this is all we have to go on. So, like, whatever
also,
we
had
say
a hard
now,
day.
We had a really hard. I had stitches
I'm sorry
taken
if
out
we're
of my head
being
today.
really harsh.
What would you do to win? And
she's ready to play, which I respect.
She said, I'm going to have to cover my kids' eyes and ears and tell them don't do what mommy did.
Uh-oh. I'm down to see some dirty gameplay. Like, let's go.
I mean, I don't want to see you cheat on your husband or anything.
I don't think she meant that. I think she just meant, like, lie, cheat. Not cheat, but, like, lie, betray. You betray me.
Would she kill?
No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's move on.
All right.
All right. Next up, we have Cam Sullivan Brown. He's 25 years old.
So young. From Bowie, Maryland.
Bowie Jane, Maryland.
Oh, Bowie. All right. So he's a physical therapist. He's also a recruit.
I mean, we're getting recruit vibes. We don't
He
have
stunk
that.
like a recruit.
Yeah, it's not confirmed for sure, but it seems very likely.
All right, so why are you on the show?
I just want to put out there, too, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're a recruit, because there have been some recruits that we have grown to love on the show. So it really depends on what you put into it.
But the way he tried to answer these questions, like he knows the show, he doesn't know. Can't you just say, well, I haven't seen much of the show, but it looks like a lot of fun, you know.
I'm going to be honest, I'm getting Love Island application vibes. Like, they shared a pool of applicants. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, so many people audition for this show. And this is what you come up with?
He seems like a nice guy. I just don't know if this is the game for him. But
yeah, but I mean, do you really... is it because they vetted these people from, like, Love Island? Like, maybe they were close to being on Love Island?
I mean, we've heard that happen before.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't
But, I mean, there's so many people that just really want to be on the show.
I know.
And this, you gotta go do that?
Well, anyway.
Alright, nothing against him. Just, I don't like the way...
We're ragging on the show right now. We're just so upset about the live freaking feeds.
I know. Alright, so why are you on? I live this. I know how to talk to people. Okay.
Okay. He kept pushing all throughout his interview that he's charismatic and suave. He's got the riz and the suave.
The riz?
Charisma.
All right. Well, he wants to make friends and win money. Several $100 worth of money.
It did sound like he was saying several 150, and it just made me think of the guy on Survivor last season.
Several. 7.
Maybe he's a big Survivor fan. Or maybe I have a hearing problem, which is very possible.
I heard several 150.
Yeah.
He was probably just really nervous.
Yeah, probably.
But we're in such a spicy mood right now.
We should have maybe waited to make this video.
All right. Who do you want to work with?
This was actually... I like this a lot, and this was very interesting to me.
He wants to work with olds and moms.
He wants to work with older house guests, because he said he thinks they're going to be really good at manipulating. I think it's a valid strategy, and I honestly would probably do the same thing if I was on. I would definitely want to work with the people who are, like, outside of what you know is going to be some sort of majority alliance forming.
Who's the queen of manipulation?
The mothers. That's right. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea, and it's not something that a lot of people would suspect, so I'm for it. I'd love to see it.
Who gets those kids to take their medicine? The mothers. You don't see the fathers doing that. All right. What mark do you want to leave on the show? He wants to make a splash with his smartness, his smile, and his mind.
I thought you were going to say something else. That's fine. He did say he thinks a lot of people are going to be surprised by his mind.
Would you say he has a devious mind?
Maybe. We're going to find out.
I know. Describe yourself. He's the good vibes guy and suave. At one point... he was just so proud and, like, he was, like, really getting into the groove of this interview. It was too much because by the end of the interview, he was all, like, trying to be camera sexy and, like, why don't you just watch and find out?
Yeah, he also did mention at one point, like, the possibility of a showmance or a bromance. Like, we don't need any more romances. Let's cut that. Yeah. Showmance, I do feel like he was probably cast with him getting into a showmance in mind.
Will he do sex in the house?
I don't know.
All right. Well, he's going to win because he's charismatic and suave. Suave.
All right. Another thing, like, what's on your BB bucket list?
No, I need a drink for
this.
He
said he wants to get slimy and dirty.
Most people would say win HOH, or has he seen the show?
I mean, I get the part of, like, wanting to compete in, like, the iconic competitions, but just, like...
This isn't Nickelodeon. You're not going to get slimed.
Nickelodeon because they just had the Nick Choice Awards or whatever. Oh, God.
He's excited to meet everyone and do the comps. He wants to compete.
Okay.
He's a sporty guy.
Yeah, I'm getting athlete vibes for sure.
Yeah. Are you going to backstab? He said, I'm loyal, but I'll still do it.
I don't know. I feel like he's not fully prepared for what this game is going to be.
Will he be in for a shock?
I think a bit. Like, he seems like a really nice guy, so...
He does seem like a nice guy, but I just don't know if he knows what he's up against.
I don't know if he's got that gamer instinct. Like, I don't know.
Has he seen a full season? I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to say no.
I have my doubts.
He said, I want the pay-per-view in my room. I don't want to watch the seasons of Big Brother.
Can I get Netflix in here?
Yeah.
Also, one of the questions was, like, what kind of player would intimidate you in the house? And he said, like, somebody who's a sneaky snake and, like, tells everybody what they want to hear.
That was actually pretty perceptive.
I think so. But also, I kind of get the vibes from him that's, like, he would tell everybody what they want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't get the sneaky snake vibes from him, but I do
he wants
get the...
to be suave.
Yeah.
He wants to be everybody's pal.
I mean, there is something to, like, not liking what you see, like, what you see in other people that mirrors
right
something you have going on. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
Hurt people. So, like, sneaky snakes.
Well, no, it's just like when you
snakes.
encounter someone who's a lot like you, sometimes you have, like, a negative reaction.
Right.
I don't know.
it's
I'm looking
the same
too
thing.
deeply into this.
No,
it's really not
so.
that serious.
All right. He's going to keep everybody entertained, of course, and he also said he'll do everything to win. I think he would kill.
I'm just now remembering last season. I had the same vibe about Jag. Of, like, he's too nice for this. Like, I don't think he has that killer instinct.
We did say that at the beginning of the game.
And then,
he
like,
was too nice for it.
Look what Jag did.
Yeah.
All sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never know.
All right.
Moving on.
Up next, I believe, is the baby of the house.
Oh, little baby.
He's barely legal. Cedric Hodes. He's originally from California, and he moved to Idaho.
He's a 221.
Yeah, he's a former Marine.
Wow.
Yeah. And he seems like a very young, nice guy.
I'm getting Yellow Lab vibes.
Yes.
Very energetic.
Sweet.
He seems very sweet. Very charismatic.
Yeah. Just, he's got pretty eyes.
Again, I don't know if he knows what he's in for.
No. But he said that he's like a fan.
Yeah.
He's on the show for his siblings.
That was really sweet. I like that a lot.
He's on his big brother. He's the big brother that's on Big Brother. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, he wants to show them you can do whatever you want.
Right.
He said he doesn't even really care about, like, winning so much as, like...
Yeah.
That feels like something a 21-year-old would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's very observant. His strategy is to observe everything that's going on. He's going to take it step by step. He's going to reevaluate. That's a very good answer.
I think that's smart. You got to be able to adapt to all the different situations.
Without just saying, I'm going to adapt. I mean, he gave us more.
You can't just have tunnel vision.
He says his mark on the game is being lovable.
I can see that.
I can see a lot of people really liking him.
On the flip side,
seeing him as a threat.
I could also see the energy possibly being a little too much for some people. Mm. But it's going to be interesting to see how he plays it. Because, like, maybe he'll keep it toned down. Right. We don't know yet.
Describe yourself. Caring and charismatic.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
I could see that.
What are you most looking forward to in the house? The friendships. Yellow Lab!
RuPaul's best friend race.
Yes. Manipulate.
This answer didn't really do it for me.
He's going to work in the shadows and be the puppet master that nobody suspects.
I don't really see that for him. I don't know about that.
He doesn't seem devious.
No, I'm not getting that.
But then you didn't think Jag did seem devious either.
Yeah.
All right, what's on your bucket list? This is realistic. Make it past week 1.
Always a good thing to have on the bucket list.
He's looking forward to being roasted by Zingbot.
Okay.
And you will be. And he wants to make jury. At least.
All right.
Why is BB... All right, so now this is when the show went off the rails in the interviews.
Yeah.
They asked, I dare you say something mean about Julie. Not really. They said, what do you like so much about Julie?
Yeah, and it definitely reminded us
about Julie?
Of the Celebrity season when Brandi Glanville was like, say something bad about Julie. It was like, what?
And of course, everybody was like, Oh, I love when Julie says goodnight, or but first, or when
I
Julie...
need someone to bring up the jeans, the bob. Please. That's what we're here for.
Yes. Not, but first. Everybody knows that.
We want the jeans and the bob.
Yeah, exactly. And then they said, why is BB still popular? To which we said, is it? Come on, spray it.
I'm sorry, but they're breaking my heart.
I know.
They're breaking my heart.
Why is BB just so popular?
But yeah, some of these interview questions were just like, why are we doing this? Why are we here?
Because people love perving on people.
I mean, it's not a bad answer.
Right? That was pretty much everybody's answer. They didn't say perving. They said spying, watching.
It is fun to see the social interactions.
Hell, that's why I started watching
different
the show.
walks of life. Yeah.
I want to see what's going on in other people's lives.
There's that, and then also after the first few seasons, more of the strategy coming into play.
Yes, definitely the first season of Big Brother was a social experiment.
Social experiment to its core.
No strategy whatsoever, except Chicken
if you're
George
from a small
saying,
town.
if we all quit, we all win. That was the strategy for season 1. And
that was wild.
I don't want to see my mom. I want to see the agent.
And now she's a billionaire.
Yeah, so it works. But no strategy.
Yeah.
All right. Why are you the one to watch? He said, because he's going to be the one with the tea. And I can see that. If he's lurking around, getting info on people, he's going to have the tea. What is iconic to you?
About the BB house. Again,
Right.
like, do we really need this question? Probably not.
A lot of people just said the HOH room.
What about them moldy ceilings, though? I
Right?
can't. I'm being
florals?
bitter right now.
Yeah.
I do love the Big Brother house.
Will you backstab? And he said no. He's loyal. And I believe it.
Yeah.
Am I a fool for believing it? Probably.
I am going to put this out here. The same way that the older house guests kind of get ostracized, now that the cast is getting a little bit more
30s,
I wonder if he is going to be like the
targeted.
Annoying younger brother type.
Yeah.
Where, I don't know if he's going to fit in as well with some of like the older 30s.
That's true.
crowd.
Do you think he'll lie about his age?
No, I think he'll be upfront about it. But I'm curious to see, because the cast did used to skew a lot younger. So now the average has definitely moved up to like lower 30s. So I'm curious to see if he will have the same sort of situation as like an older house guest.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We're dying here.
Next up.
27-year-old Chelsea Bomb.
Is it Bam? Baham?
It's not Baham.
Okay.
It's either Bam or Bomb.
Well, it's Chelsea. I really like
From
her vibe.
California.
She's a non-profit director.
Yeah. I don't know what... Okay. I guess I know what that is.
I don't know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
We know what that is. I think she's going to be really fun to watch. She has some life to her. I think she's got a great personality.
Yeah. You'll see. All right, so why are you on? She's been a super fan for 10 years with her family.
Woo!
Family time, watching Big Brother.
Honestly, can
Everybody
relate.
gather around.
Yeah.
What's your strategy? To build relationships.
She was talking about how she wants to really get to know people.
Lay low.
Well, she was saying, like, if you really get to know them on a personal level, they'll be less likely to vote you out. And we hear it season after season. But, like, sometimes it's a valid thing.
Unless you are making a personal relationship with the married mother who will just use you and not even care. That's what she said. She said she wants to learn to get to know them on a personal level and pretend that she cares about them and then cut them.
But we're not talking about married mother. We're talking about Chelsea.
That is stone cold.
Chelsea! We love Chelsea.
All right. Well, her mark on the game is going to be as a smart player. She's not going to be that person who they say...
Week 1, like, I'm putting you up on the block because we haven't really talked.
Right. She wants to have relationships with everyone. She's crazy. She's fun, loud. She's hood. She's holy. And she's ratchet.
I like this.
I do too. Because it seems like she's real.
Yes.
You know?
I feel like there's not going to be a filter there.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to get Chelsea, which is exciting.
Yeah, because that's all we ever wanted on this show. We don't want the fake asses. We want the real asses.
Right.
All right. She's looking forward to competing and playing. I mean, isn't that what you're there for?
I mean, some people are there for social media followers, so...
Wrong reasons.
Yeah, sorry to go all Bachelor on it,
yeah,
but
right.
Wrong reasons. No, but I feel like she's here for good reasons.
Will she manipulate? She will not lie. She will withhold the truth.
Okay.
Like that. What's on your bucket list? Of course, Zingbot, starting an alliance, and Otev.
Oh.
I'm sure she probably said more, but it was like, I was writing as fast as my little hand could.
We need like a Big Brother Holy Trinity, like the Julie, the Otev, the Zingbot, and the House of Gucci. Like,
yes, exactly.
You know, all the classics.
Yes. Why is she the one to watch? Because she's entertaining, and we said, yes, we believe you.
Yeah.
What's iconic? Blah, HOH room, who cares? Will you be backstabbing? And she says, yes, I will, but not that early in the game. I'm going to wait until...
You gotta wait for that opportune moment.
Yeah.
The turning point of the game.
I mean, jury management is the most important thing.
I could see this cast being very messy, though. I could see
very.
Some turning points happening like week 2. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of mess.
I wonder if anybody will quit. Because I feel like there's like a lot of people who don't know what's coming.
I don't think people are going to quit. I think it's just going to be a lot of like questionable gameplay. Like last season.
A lot of tears?
Yes. Alright, so we like Chelsea.
Don't you remember the season that Vanessa almost won?
But my God.
She lost to Steve?
Yeah.
She cried the first full 2 weeks.
She cried a lot.
I didn't think she was going to make it. She was like threatening to quit the whole time.
Yeah, but she's an iconic player.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, next up we have 30-year-old Joseph Rodriguez
from
Tampa.
Another one of our
Florida.
faves so far. When we first saw his cast photo, we were like, I don't know about the mustache. I don't know about this guy. But I'm liking the vibes so far. I'm getting Turner vibes.
Yes. Of the first 8, he was one of the ones that were our favorites, and somebody else who's coming up was also one of our favorites. His strategy is to...
Do we say he's from Tampa, Florida?
But he's a video store clerk. Do they even have any more video stores?
Like a Blockbuster? I used to love Blockbuster.
Is he lost in a time warp?
I don't know, but sounds fun. It sounds like something he would do from what we've heard of him so far. He's 30 years old.
All right, his strategy is...
why is he on?
Because he loves reality TV, duh.
I respect that. I respect
that. He loves it. So do we. That's why we hate that they took away the fades. All right, so strategy. Play coy. Won't say he's a super fan or AKA super freak.
Yes. I think that's smart, right?
Mm-hmm. What is his mark that he's going to be leaving on the game? He's just going to be himself. I love that. He doesn't care if other people like him or not. He's just going to be himself.
He also said he doesn't want to play scared, and that is very important in this game because how many times do we see a season just become so boring because nobody wants to stick their neck out?
It's too soon, Helen.
Yeah. So hopefully he will walk the walk.
Yeah.
And make things happen.
Not just talk the talk.
Yeah.
So describe yourself. Fun, loving. Yes. Right answer. As long as he's having a good time, it's okay by him. He did right.
If you're not having fun.
Exactly.
What's the point?
What's he looking forward to? Just chilling in the pool, not dealing with other people.
I love how he didn't say like the friendships or like, playing the game. Just
hanging out in the pool.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Zingbot, Otev, crapping on a costume he doesn't want to wear.
Yeah.
Right?
Chenbot, Zingbot. Wait, Chenbot, Otev, Zingbot costume.
Unitard.
Yeah.
All right, so manipulate, yes, he will, but he'll do it in a subtle way and slowly and painfully. What's on his bucket list? To play hard.
Okay.
And just try his best. That's all he can do.
I want to see people play hard this season.
Don't let it ruin your day. You're still a good BB player.
Yeah.
Then he said this, which really hurt.
Okay, because it was that question that's like, why is Big Brother still like a thing?
Because of the live feeds. So guess what, Big Brother? You're not still going to be a thing.
I mean,
look what happened to Canada.
Just having the live feeds is one thing, but like having the live feeds with the flashbacks, that's
everything.
What makes people able to watch the live feeds. No one can watch all 24/7.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to have the flashbacks, and I'm sure that Joseph would be very upset if he knew going into the season that there wouldn't be any flashbacks or archives.
Even like when people are whispering on the live feeds.
Sometimes you gotta just go back like 10 seconds to hear it.
Perk up the volume a little bit. You don't know what's coming, because then the next thing could be like, wah!
Yeah.
When they switch the camera.
Right.
All right. So who do you see? Oh, sorry. I'm like all over the place right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is on your bucket list?
We did that.
And we did that.
Which former player does he want to play like?
Dan.
I get annoyed when people say Dan, but like I'll allow it here.
Dan, we saw you on Traitors.
I'm still upset about what he did. You ruined it for Phaedra.
Yeah. Why are you going to be the one to watch? Because he's going to be himself, and I completely agree with that.
Like Chelsea, I feel like he's going to be genuine. He's not going to be putting on like a facade. Yeah. So we're ready to see that.
Who are you going to be on the lookout for? People he doesn't vibe with.
I mean, sometimes it's really a gut check, right?
Yeah. He said he wants to work with a Matt from last season or a Cody type.
This is where he loses me. Like, I get why, but like... No.
And he said everything's iconic.
No.
All right, so he's one of our favorites.
Even with that answer, I'm going to ignore that he said
We're
that.
going to ignore the last paragraph. All right, there's 2 more for today.
Okay.
First one is Kenny Kelly. His parents were so cute. Kenney, Kelley.
Oh.
Kenny Kelly.
He's 52, so he is the oldest house guest this season.
Yes.
I think. We didn't see all the second half yet, but I'm pretty sure.
He's a former undercover cop from Boston, and he has a bone for Derek.
Within, like, the first 2 seconds of his interview footage.
I love Derek.
I love Derek. I started watching when he was on, and, 11. No!
He even tricked his wife into marrying him because he knew that she loved the show. So he, was like, hey, I love Big Brother, too.
Oh, no.
All right, so his strategy...
I'm not feeling this guy. I'm sorry.
No. His strategy is he's going to be middle of the pack. He's going to read people because he's a cop. He's an undercover cop. He's going to pit people against each other because that's what cops do when they interrogate you.
Not a great look here, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also mentioned at one point that he wants to target, like, all the sensitive people, like, emotional people. I'm not feeling that. Ah!
His mark on the game is being old. That's what he said.
I mean, again, we haven't really seen older house guests win the whole thing, so...
He's gonna lie, cheat, and steal.
I mean, I respect that he's gonna do what he needs to do to get it done.
Will he kill?
I don't think so.
All right.
I hope not.
Describe yourself. He's everything to everyone. So he's that person that the other guy was like, he's just going to tell everybody
Sneaky
what
snake.
They want to hear.
We'll see how those two interact.
Exactly.
I mean, I felt like his answer to, like, describe yourself was very obtuse, ambiguous.
It was just like, I'm just going to do whatever, and I'm going to be sneaky snake, and I'm going to morph into whatever anybody
But who are
needs.
you? Who are you at your core?
He won't tell us.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't want us to know. He's social and unsocial.
Okay.
He's old and young. He's,
Yeah.
He's ironic.
Yeah.
Is he going to manipulate? Of course. That's what his whole career was based on.
That made me feel icky.
What's on his bucket list? An endurance comp. To which I said, sir, no, you are too tall.
I mean, maybe if it's one of those, like, hold down the button ones, like a pressure cooker or...
Maybe.
Like buzzkill type thing. It's possible. It's not always going to be the wall, but...
I mean,
I think he needs to be realistic about the physical endurance ones.
Derek was terrible at comps. Was he
He didn't
terrible
need to be
on
good.
purpose?
I'm sure that was part of it, but like he also might have just sucked at them.
Yeah. I mean,
he had Cody doing his comp winning.
yeah. So he is going to be on the lookout for parents and everyone and old.
Like to go against them or to work with them or what? I don't remember.
I don't know. I got turned off by his other answers, so I kind of checked out.
Like I said, I'm not really feeling this guy. And again, like opinions can change once the season starts. Of course,
He might be a sweetheart, but like,
you never know.
He's coming off as arrogant and creepy in a way. Like he's gonna play his mind games on people, but like in a gross way.
I mean, there's definitely a bad taste in our mouths.
Yeah.
From like Derek and Cody.
Yeah. All right.
It's just not entertaining to watch.
He's gonna backstab, but he won't like it.
Oh.
I think he will.
Okay.
I actually think he will.
Yeah.
All right, because like he's a cop, so like the brotherhood of cops, you know, they don't betray each other, whatever. Yeah. But like, I think he'll betray everyone else.
But look at Tony and Sarah on Survivor.
That's right. That's right.
All right, let's talk about our last house guest for today.
All right, this guy's 35 years old. His name is Chemo. Apaka.
He is the first house guest to be on from Hawaii.
Oh, I love it.
This is exciting.
I want to learn about Hawaii.
I know, me too. I hope he's going to talk a lot about where he's from and the culture.
Yeah. Wait, that's Big Brother Canada. They don't do that on BBUS.
No, sometimes we get to see some, like,
I'm sure we'll miss it on the live feeds.
Yeah, right.
All right, so he's a mattress sales rep. Why is he on? Because he's a super fan. Yay! A real super fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he always wanted to play ever since he saw the show.
You could just feel the excitement bubbling up out of him.
He's a very effervescent person to begin with, but him being on Big Brother is like over the top.
Yeah.
He's bringing the aloha spirit from Hawaii as his strategy.
Okay.
I think he's very, very likable.
Yeah, I think he's going to be very popular with all the house guests for sure.
Right.
Except for maybe Kenny, who's going to target him because he's
sensitive.
Chemo is self-admittedly emotional and sensitive, so.
Yeah. He's going to try and adapt to the game, and I think he's got a good shot at doing that because he's had to adapt in a religious family growing up queer. So, like, that's got to be rough. It's got to be rough. So.
But it seems like he's just such a
sweetheart.
A fun-loving guy. So.
He seems to have a great attitude as well. Describe yourself. Fun, compassionate, emotional. Yes. We love it. What are you looking forward to? Just playing the game, winning. He's such a fan. He even is excited about having air conditioning. I mean, Hawaii is
very humid.
It's very humid. I remember seeing a show, like a home show, and it was like everything rusted there so fast because it's so humid.
I can't even imagine.
I know. My hair would be like
We think it's humid on the East Coast. I can't imagine what it's like in Hawaii.
I know.
But I am all for him being excited about the AC because I would love to have some air conditioning up in here.
Same. Today, yes, I want it.
Oh my god.
Are you going to manipulate? He's going to be creative. He's going to lie.
So yes. I liked his wording of it.
Yes.
I'm going to be creative with people.
Yes. What's on his bucket list? Of course, slop, zingbutt. He wants to be dragged. He wants to win. Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to have on your bucket list, for sure.
Yeah. Is BB still popular? Yes, because of the fandom.
Don't forget that, Big Brother. It's because of the fans.
Exactly. Is he going to be the one to watch? Yes, because he's going to win.
I could definitely see myself.
He's already won our hearts.
Yes, I could see myself following him around on the live feeds for sure.
Absolutely. Iconic. I loved his answer because it was like no one else's. Seeing people trip on the stairs. I don't think as many people trip on them anymore since
There's
they got
usually
rid
at
of the
least one a
spiral
season.
No, they got rid of the spiral
No, I know,
staircase now,
but
and they made that wraparound one, which is
There's
much
still
safer.
people tripping.
Just like that first season of Big Brother Canada, where
Tala
like,
had to walk down the stairs backwards.
yeah, because the stairs were directly in front of the front door, and then they changed it after that, and they made that little sofa pit area.
Yeah.
Because they were dangerous.
What about backstabbing for Chemo?
He will, but not a lot.
Okay.
It's going to be selective. He's going to go in there and do precision backstabbing.
Yeah.
So he is our other favorite one from this grouping.
I think he's one of the ones from this group that actually, like, knows the game and knows what to expect.
Yeah.
So I also just really like his energy.
I just hope he's not going to play too hard, because, like, sometimes you get super fans that go in there and they know the game so well.
Yeah.
And they play too hard, and then they end up being the first one voted off.
I mean, I'm kind of getting Janine vibes from,
oh, yeah.
Janine from Big Brother Canada vibes from Angela.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And I'm also getting Karen Singbeal, but not as entertaining.
Well, we'll see. So that was our take on the first 8 house guests. If you want to see the rest, we will be posting that tomorrow once we're able to watch everybody's videos, because we want to make sure that we see everything that we can before we
couldn't report
this.
on cast videos that weren't uploaded yet, so we have to wait till tomorrow.
Right.
And we're done for today.
Yeah.
Done.
Stick a fork in it.
Yep.
But we want to thank you
all.
all.
The house tour too.
Yes, we want to thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, you're a champ, especially with all of our whining.
We're a bunch of bitter Bettys tonight.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm also like, I think it's warranted.
I agree.
So, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who are you rooting for so far? I'm really excited to get to know a lot of the people in the second group as well.
Yeah, because they looked like
there's a lot of promising people, I feel like.
Just from what we've heard already.
So, let us know what you think. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And until next time, much love.